Hello, thanks for watching. I thought I'd record my thoughts on an old video which is currently doing the rounds again, a recording of a UFO from inside a plane. You might have already seen it. So in a nutshell, the video appeared to surface in 2008 on the website UFO Chronicles, posted by user CapRules. This now, to me, after all the talk about the 2004 Nimitz TicTac encounter, says Cap Position, or Combat Air Patrol. Shortly afterwards, in May, the video appears on YouTube, posted by user and musician Danny Lampkin 13 years ago on May the 14th, 2008. He wasn't sure what to think of it, but uploaded it for others to decide. So here's the video at 1x speed. Now before we get into replays, slow speeds and image optimizations, this is likely to have been recorded between the year 2000 and the end of 2007. To give you an idea of the levels of video tech at the time, consumer camcorders in 2006 were not full HD. Most devices at the time were 720 by 576 PAL or 720 by 480. If the device had been a mobile phone, then one of the best quality devices at the time was a Sony Ericsson K800i with 176 by 144 resolution at 15 frames a second. So why between 2000 and 2007? Switched on Reddit users on the RUFOs forum have likely identified the plane as an FA-18F Super Hornet. Links are in the description. With the video taken from the WISO seat, or Weapons Systems Officer position. While the Super Hornet first flew in 1995, years of testing meant that proper service use was from 2000 onwards, and this video was likely recorded anywhere between then and probably the end of 2007, allowing a few months to convert the video from analog to digital perhaps. You can see some telltale signs of analogery, that's now a word, at the bottom of the frame in the form of the green bar. So what can we get out of the video? Well, first of all, let's get an upscaled version of the footage. The original resolution is 320 by 240 and takes up a whopping 800K of disk space. Ooh. An upscaled version allows sharpening, denoising, increased resolution, etc. It can't work miracles. After all, it doesn't matter how much you polish some things, they still remain a turd. And this video, if authentic of course, is at least 13 years old. Now here's a slightly different render. Two things to mention at this point. I distinctly remember someone a few months ago saying that authentic videos were already out there and had been dismissed or looked over, words to that effect. I think it was Lou Elizondo that said this during a video interview, but to be honest my memory is a bit hazy now and I'm unlikely to find it unless I watch every video from the summer. Secondly, Tom DeLonge had previously mentioned that one of the videos they tried to get released involved just what we're seeing here, a UFO up real close to an FA-18. Now it appears this isn't the original audio on the video because, as you can see, there's a cut after 4 seconds, and the audio, although mostly noise, doesn't skip jarringly in any detectable way. It sounds like audio from a commercial flight, perhaps there to replace the audio of the frantic pilot, especially if there was swearing or sensitive info being relayed. So what details are present and what else can we look at? There's a central dome atop a classic saucer shape. At its closest point before the cut, you can see round edges or concentric circles on the dipped part of the disc. It looks like the person in the cockpit is holding a medium-sized camera unit. There appears to be a central flat edge to the saucer. No apparent spheres underneath as seen on previous saucers, although dozens of designs have been seen over the years. No apparent air resistance. The UFO is not level, but is very smooth and doesn't wobble. Near ground sightings have described a wobbling motion when hovering. And finally, are those white fingertips, perhaps on a glove, holding a device? Several other details are described on the Reddit thread, so I'd recommend having a read. There's some very observant and knowledgeable Redditors commenting. I guess time will tell here, but for once, I must admit, this one has me intrigued, and it could well turn it to be not only authentic, but a tiny part of the video that has been described before. We could be watching one of the most amazing videos that the public, at least, has ever witnessed. Shouldn't commit yourself to some strong belief here, but instead keep it on the back burner maybe. Be open to the possibility. It may only be a few years before we will know for sure. Thanks for watching. More soon.